Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're making a spiced bourbon pumpkin cold process soap that is giving full-on cozy fall vibes. And I know I made this soap in January, so it is past fall, but I had the fragrance oil and I thought, why not try it now? So I've already measured out all my oils, and so we're just gonna jump right into the making of this soap. The first thing I will do is that I've started by adding the lye to my oils. So I'm starting by pouring my lye mixture into the oils. As you can see, I'm using a strainer. This helps to catch any undissolved lye or crystals that can form on the surface. Quick note, so when lye is exposed to oxygen, it can react with the air and form sodium carbonate. So those little white crystals you sometimes see on top. So it's totally normal, and the strainer helps to just keep everything smooth and nice. I have seen some soap makers who just pour their entire batter in. I don't think there's like a one size fits all. I think it just comes down to what the soap maker is comfortable with. It's just a matter of preference. Now I'm going to use my stick blender. So I'm gonna go in with some short bursts, circular motions, and I'm watching and waiting for the batter to reach the perfect texture because I'm planning to do another layered technique today. I think I'll be using about 4 different colors. This is a really big challenge for me. I've never done that before. So once everything is blended, I'm splitting the batter into separate containers so we can start working with our fall inspired mica colors. And all these micas that I'm using today, I got them from Mad Mica. The fragrance oil that I'm using has a vanilla content of 4.5%. So this means that the soap is going to discolor quite a bit over time. And because of that, I'm sticking to darker colors and I'm only adding fragrance oil to those potions, hoping the lighter colors stay lighter. Fingers crossed. I think this is the first fragrance oil I've worked with such a high vanillin content. I tend to avoid them at all costs because I don't like the discoloration that it gives the soap. So I have a brown layer and I'm going to be working really hard to mix this brown. This one is thickening up on me, so I'm moving very, very quickly. So I'm going to be pouring the brown layer into the mold first and scraping every last bit out because I do not like to waste anything. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. My next layer will be a pumpkin orange. So this is like the perfect pumpkin shade. I added some fragrance to this portion too, and the batter is definitely thickening on me, so it's totally go time and I'm moving really, really fast here. So the orange layer is, I'm smoothing it out as best as I can, and I'm quickly working with my next layer, which is white. I use some titanium dioxide here to get this beautiful white color, and I'm giving the mole a tap just to ensure that I'm getting rid of the air bubbles and that I'm also ensuring that my layers are as smooth as possible, if that makes sense. And now I will take my stick and I'm going through these first 3 layers and I'm adding some swirl and some movement to the batter. My final layer will be yellow. So for the yellow, the batter is already thick, so I'm not turning on the stick blender. I'm just using, the blender to sort of like mix the mica in. It probably isn't the most efficient way to do so. And in some of my later episodes, you will see that I've started using a whisk, which I found to be a lot easier in terms of mixing colors. So once I'm pouring this, I realized that I should have saved a bit more batter for this layer, but we're gonna roll with it. I'm going back in with my stick to create more swirls and blend the colors together. After which I'm going to try to do some sort of a high top. So I'm doing my swirls here, and I'm realizing that all the colors are mixing together. So I wonder what it's going to look like with this high vanillin content. Whether or not, because I've sort of mixed all these top layers together, if I'll still get some of that beautiful white. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna do a textured top, and this was my first time doing it, and I'm excited to see how it turns out. Well, what do you know? That's our bourbon pumpkin soap, and that's it for today. And I hope that you'll join me tomorrow for the cut. It's going to be gorgeous. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I really want to know what you thought of this video. How do you think I can improve? I'm eager to hear from you. Thanks, and see you again next time.